my lights aren't on. There we go. Good evening, wonderful people. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me on this fine Friday evening for After Dark. Now, this is the new time of After Dark temporarily. Not full-time, not permanently, temporarily. I've explained in Discord. If you're watching on demand or you're watching live and you don't know because you haven't seen it in Discord, I'll explain in just a moment. Strictly speaking, it's still after dark outside. It's still dark. So I'm not lying. It is after dark. But there's a reason. Thank you so much, Evan, for the 1 gifted. Thank you, Kianon, for the 5 gifted memberships. You're a hero. You're both heroes.
Easy, Bratton Park, rolling on the floor laughing emoji.
Gast.
Rolling on the floor laughing emoji.
Ghasty's
Rolling on the floor laughing emoji.
Fucking hell, Brian. Ghasty's already nailed it, basically. That's it. Topic done. See you later. We'll do the topic in a minute. I'll explain why we're early now for those people that are joining us and they haven't checked out Discord or...
Would only know about worst place to play, but best place has to be Hobby House.
You should see the new table Tony's made. Honestly. Brian's quiet. Is it not? Hang on. Hang on. Fucking OBS. Oh, device not available. Apart from it is, because it's literally playing to me. Reset. Go. See if I can get him to do it again. Oh, he's not going to say it again. It's just going to... Brilliant. Okay, I'm sorry, Ghasty and Predators. I heard it. I thought they were funny. Thank you, you wonderful human beings. I've now fixed Brian. You can test if you'd like to. Brian is now fixed. Fuck me, OBS. My favourite thing is closing a stream on Wednesday, not touching OBS till Friday, reopening OBS with no updates done, and it changes shit. Why not? So if you are not in Discord or you're not in the Thanes in the announcements section, then you'll be like, what the fuck's he doing live already? I don't know what's going on here. And I'll explain. I'm fucked. I think I told you this a little bit yesterday on the solo Liam show. I'm absolutely fucked. I'm knackered. I'm tired. I need more sleep. Doing a later show is less sleep. I want more sleep. We are next week reopening Hobby House. And it will go into normal operations. So next week we're open Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then we'll be open Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday from then on. Friday, obviously, in that Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday group of days is in the middle. It's my hump day, essentially. And I'm going to be on site for Hobby House's opening every single day it's open for the foreseeable. If it's successful, we make loads of money and you guys really enjoy it, then there is a world where we hire more people and I get more time off, and then After Dark can move back to 9 o'clock. But at this stage, I'm going to be working every single Saturday, which means I'm going to be working 13.5-hour days every single Saturday.
Worst place? Literally anywhere in Istvan.
Right, you guys should have heard that now, right? Thank you, Star, for the $2. Thank you, Adrian, for the 1 gifted membership. You're a hero. Right, so Friday is a 6 till 10 day, and then Saturday is a 10 till 10 day where I have to be in at 9 o'clock in the morning and leave at 10:30 in the evening. 13.5-hour day, right? Which is fine. Again, I repeat what I've said frequently. I'm not complaining about it, but it's a long old day. And I want to get into bed as early as possible on Friday so that Saturday's less brutal on me. And then we've got a shift on Sunday, and then I do the Sunday podcast with my brother, and then Mondays I'm probably going to die until the hobby show, and that's my new normal. Tuesdays back in for the Liam and Joe show, and so on and so forth. So this is a tweak to the timings. I know it's an hour and a half earlier and people don't like that, but it is a tweak to the timings. It is there for my physical and mental health. It's a slight change. And again, when we get staff in and I don't have to be in at 9 o'clock every single Saturday morning, then there's a strong possibility that we bring it back to 9 o'clock, because that's actually after dark time, and I'd like that. I'd be okay with that. But yeah, we're doing it like this way for now. All right. If you don't like it, I'm sorry. Tough. It is kind of nice because it does kind of bring it in line. And the other thing as well is I'm going to be doing these shows in future from the studio, like yesterday's setup. So it brings them all in line. You know, it brings every single stream online. Every single stream is 7:30. And so it is kind of a bit neater. I do want to put them back to After Dark timings when I can, but I've just got to, you know, I've got to be sensible here. I've got to look after myself a little bit because I am I am close to not being okay. So it's After Dark somewhere on Terra. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely is. Anyway, today Games Workshop put an announcement out there about opens, right? Big old tournaments. So if you go on to the famous Warhamster community page, new Warhammer Open events for the summer, including the first in the UK, the 6 venues that they've announced. Maastricht in the Netherlands, Dallas, Texas, Edmonton, Alberta, Tacoma, Washington, and then Newport, United Kingdom, and Birmingham, United Kingdom. Now, to be fair to the one in Birmingham, apparently it's at the NEC, and if it's where I think the NEC is, it's where Motorcycle Live is. If it's where Motorcycle Live is, it's actually not that bad. It's not that bad at all. So, you know, it got me thinking, though, when I first saw Birmingham, I was like, really? Were people going to fly into the UK for an Open, and that's where we're going to take them, to Birmingham? Is that the best we can do? And it got me thinking, where's the worst place to play Warhammer? Which is why we've had super chats from Star and Ghastly already with, you know, terrible places. So you let me know. This is a super chat topic, isn't it? What's the worst place? The last time we did an After Dark stream, it was the worst face in Warhammer, and now we're doing the worst place in Warhammer. Do that. Newport's a wild choice. It is, isn't it? It is. The ICC in Newport is very, very good. It's just Newport is a bit crap. I mean, the NEC at Birmingham is right on the outskirts of Birmingham. There's not like, there's a lot to do there anyway, to be fair. It's at UK Games Expo. It makes sense to latch onto that. Is it same weekend, is it? Or it is? I hadn't noticed that. I hope no one has nice cars going to Newport. I live in Birmingham, and even I acknowledge it's not a place to visit. Yeah, Dominic. Facts. This van is definitely nicer than Fratton Park, to be fair. Trues. Facts. So yeah, and then it's an After Dark stream. So we, you know, if you haven't watched one of these before and you're new, we don't talk about a lot of Warhammer. You can if you want. I'm soloing it again tonight. You can talk about Warhammer if you want. We can talk about anything. You just stick it on a postcard or stick it in chat in general, and I'll answer it. The week's been pretty good. We are still behind on revenue overall because last week battered me because I missed a few streams because of the Hobby House Open. So we are behind, but it's been a good week, so we can be nice and chilled. We do have 7 fucking legends already. Thank you to those people that have been gifting. Yeah, and then just chat nonsense for fucking an hour and a half. Good. About a tournament in Gosport. There's no scene there at the moment, so my business partner and I have set up tournaments. Oh.
Joe's bathtub.
Joe's bathtub is one of the worst places to play Warhammer, Brandon. Is that what you're saying? It's the ICC next to the M4 parking cost the bomb. The ICC. Where's this? Which one's this one? Oh, Newport. The ICC in Newport's by the Celtic Manor Resort. I don't know what that one is. Is this okay? She's out for drinks, mate. It's fine. I grew up in All Hallows, Kent. They released a computer game called Hell on Earth. They filmed the ad down the end of my street. So my answer would be the Pontim's Holiday Park just around the corner. Facts. I need to get to Tacoma for once. It's just down the road from me, and I never get a chance to go. Right. Can we address something, though, Brandon, right? Because I have heard that phrase from Americans a lot, right? Just down the road. Can you clarify, just down the road, how many hours that is? Because when we were in Tucson, Arizona, we got some R&R. We got given some rest and relaxation time, and we got told you can go where you want. You're not allowed to go to Mexico.
A lay-by on Joe's drive home.
Yeah, that wouldn't be great. So we were like, you go where you want. Can't go to Mexico, right? So I was like, okay, cool. Fair enough. Where should we go? So we're talking to the people on camp, the locals on camp, and the locals on camp were like, "Oh, just go to San Diego. It's just up the road." Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, let's do that. I'll go up the road, just up the road. So we hired a car. We foolishly years ago didn't kind of look at what just up the road for us in the UK is an hour to 2 hours, you know, reasonable, maximum. Just up the road was like 8.5 hours.
On a ship miles out to sea with a gale blowing. No chance of keeping those models on the table.
A counterpoint, Chris. What if you had a magnetized table and you had your war magnets on each of your bases? What about that, Christopher Southampton, Police Station Gloucester? How'd you like them apples? Thank you, nobody, for the $2 as well. You're a hero. Tuscan to San Diego is not just down the road. Right, exactly. Exactly. And then there were, when I went over to visit Titans, we went to play, we're going to go to my mate Shane's house tonight to play some games. You interested? I was like, yeah, I'll come and play some games at your mate Shane's house. That's fine. Shane's a lovely guy, by the way. A lot of time for him. An hour and 40 minutes. That's not going over my mate's house in an evening. A Monday evening, finish work, go home, get some dinner, hour and 40 minutes to my mate's house. Just over an hour through traffic. That's fine.
Half-hour drive to Tacoma for me.
See, half hour to an hour, I feel like is just up the road. I feel like that makes sense. But there's too many times I've been caught out with this in America. Too many times I've been caught out with just up the road. Fucking 9 hours away. That's a day. It's a day trip. If you did 9 hours in this fucking country, you start at the sea and you'd end at the north in the sea. Honestly. International Space Station? Yeah, probably if you can't keep the pieces on the table. Can they turn on gravity in there? Oh, I saw someone say juice, not mead as well. I have not been taking on board enough water. Like, not even close to taking on board enough water. I am currently doing a very bad job of looking after myself. So, we're on the squash right? Just up the road is literally sub 20 minutes. Anything else is a trip. Okay, cool. I'm with you on that one, to be fair. Dominic Benson, thank you for becoming a Jarl tier member. What a hero. What a fucking legend. It hasn't registered as a new member though. Is that an upgrade? Because I think the Jarl's only giveaway went live today.
On a cruise ship for 5 days in the North Sea, where the showers have stopped working on day 2.
Right. Cruises. This is relevant as well because my brother's in chat. And he's booked with his family a cruise to the Nordic fjords. And do you know what? I'd absolutely love to visit the Nordic fjords. I think it sounds incredible. But I don't think you'll ever get me on a cruise ship. I feel like it just sounds awful. Christopher Sanford, thank you for the 1 gifted membership. You're a hero. Upgrade. Okay, cool. Time to jump back in with the hobby house. Thank you so much, Dominic. You're a legend. Fucking hero. I've heard too many horror stories about cruise ships and food poisoning and DMV outbreaks and showers not working after 2 days. If I can't have a shower for a day, I am a fucking grumpy fuck. I need a shower. Have to have a shower. Have to. All inclusive. What more do you want? The ability to move wherever the fuck I want to and not be stuck on a boat. The ability to walk on actual ground. That's what I want. Imagine all those people that were on cruise ships when COVID struck. Cruise ship, you mean floating plague vector. Exactly, Pete. Exactly. I'm aware that I'm telling him all this. Just he's about to go and do his cruise. I say just about to. I don't know when it actually is, to be fair. But I've never heard great things. So, you know, not this call sign. I'll be honest. When I moved across the country, we drove 12 hours and didn't get through Texas. It doesn't surprise me. You have to remember, like, certain states, like I think Arizona's one of them. In fact, I think most of them to some degree. But a lot of the big states, you can fit our country in multiple times because it's so fucking big. April next year, okay. I've got plenty of time to abuse you about it then. Viking longship cruises go to the fjords. Yeah, that's the way to do it. 100%. My aunt's on that cruise and says it's all right, but the one last year had some incredibly rowdy family fights and disease. Ash, get your deposit back, mate. I'm telling you. Didn't you literally play a 40k tournament on a cruise ship? It's a cruise-ish ship that's in permanent dock at Gibraltar. Nobody. Permanent dock. It's turned into a hotel, so you can walk off it and get on fucking solid ground. It doesn't go anywhere. If it was out in the ocean as a cruise ship to play 40k, nope, not happening. Not happening. I live in the middle of Florida. I've never been to Florida. I want to go to Florida. It's 1 hour to the beach. Where's the top 10 places I should visit in the US? Because I'll go there a lot. I want to go to New York. I haven't done New York before. I want to do that. I want to see Seattle. Luce and I have watched a lot of Grey's Anatomy. I want to see Seattle. I've not done the Grand Canyon, or I've not done Vegas yet. I've heard I'm supposed to do that, and LVO makes that quite an easy win, I think. I want to go to Milwaukee to do the Harley Davidson Museum. Greenland. Hey Benji Paints, how's it going, dude? Can someone get my brother a fucking gifted membership as well? Because he's looking like a right old cheapskate right now. And if all 100 of you gift one, he's probably going to get one. Hawaii for sure. Oh yeah, I want to do Hawaii. Seattle's a place I want to go. Sensing a reason why you joined the army, not the navy. Well, not only that, not only that, third edition, right? Fun fact. One of the contributing factors to me leaving the army is because I worked with Apache, which is the Army's attack helicopter, part of the Army Air Corps, right? Part of 16 Assault Brigades, that's what I worked on. And I was like, that's what I want to be involved with. That's what this little logo comes from, right? That's part of it, okay? So that was what I did. And then in the last year and a half, 2 years, I think it was, of my tenure, they decided that, so we had 2 aircraft carriers in our country, and they retired all the what were Harrier jump jets, which were the ones that the aircraft that used aircraft carriers. They had aircraft carriers and no aircraft that could fly off of them, right? So what they did is they decided to marinize Apache. So they prepped it with extra chemicals and shit so that it could go on board an aircraft carrier, and they worked out how they would operate it from an aircraft carrier, which means we had to start doing things like sea survival courses and dunker training and all that kind of stuff. I didn't join the fucking Navy, I joined the Army. If I wanted to be an aircraft mechanic on a boat, I'd have joined the fucking Navy. So I was like, I'm not interested. But my squadron, 656 squadron, was on 24 hours notice to move to go on to aircraft carrier. So it's not the main reason. The main reason for me leaving was we had the eldest. We had my eldest boy, and families change things, obviously. But it was a contributing factor. I didn't join the fucking Navy. I joined the fucking Army. Thank you, Mordy, for the 1 gifted membership. You're a hero. Heli Dunker's fucking horrible, mate. I did see Survivor, so here's the thing. Here's another fun fact about Liam. We're learning about Liam tonight. Here's another fun fact about Liam. I don't like being in water. I don't know why. I'm okay in showers, right? I'll go up to nearly knee deep in the sea. Not in this country, because I don't want to step on needles or turds, but I will. Otherwise, I don't like being in water. I don't like swimming. I used to be fine with swimming. I don't know what happened. I don't like swimming. In fact, I do know what happened. I nearly died on a beach in Spain. But I don't like swimming. I don't like being in water. I don't like being deep in water. So I did Sea Survival, and Sea Survival was mostly not in water, but some of it was in water. I didn't like it. We had to jump off of a diving board in full gear, and then you'd go under, and then you'd have to swim to an upside down life raft, and you'd have to flip that life raft back up onto the right side, which means you have to pull it over on your head. You're then underneath this giant life raft. You've then got to swim out from underneath the life raft and climb into the life raft as part of your testing, right? Fucking hated it. Absolutely hated it. And then I went back to my unit, and there's other things you do. You do like firefighting. The firefighter stuff, loved that. Fucking great fun. Really enjoyed that. And then other bits and bobs, right? And learning how to fucking plug holes in a ship. I'm like, if a ship gets struck and there's holes in it and I'm the one that's down there, we're all fucked. There's no way. I'm just in panic mode. Anyway, and then we went back to camp and they were like, cool, now you've done your sea survival course. You can officially go on board a ship. The problem is, the way we get you to a ship is to fly you to it on a helicopter over water. And the only way you're allowed to fly over water on a helicopter to go to a ship is if you've done your dunker training, right? Heli dunking. And what they do is they have a shell of a helicopter suspended above a swimming pool, right? And they get you in the back of this thing, and I watched videos on it, and there's a reason why I say I watched videos on it. They get you in the back of this thing, and you do your seatbelts up, and the first time they slowly lower you into the water, and you undo your seatbelts without the door, right? The second time they drop it in a bit more, and then they do things like turn the lights off, drop it in, turn it, and I watched this and I was like, I'm claustrophobic. I'm a bit claustrophobic because I'm a big cunt, and I don't like being underwater. I fucking hate being underwater. I panic. I don't like it. Right? That sounds like hell on earth. A small space in dark underwater sounds like hell on earth. And I flat refuse. It's the only thing in the army I ever flat refused to do. I was like, I'm not doing it. I flat refused. I'm not doing it. Not happening. And my boss at the time, a staff sergeant, was like, are you refusing a direct order? And I said, yes. Send me to fucking Colchester. I'm not doing that. Not a chance. Colchester's army prison, by the way, if you're unaware. A correctional facility. Yeah, I was like, nope, not this call sign. Not happening. Oh yeah, fuck that, exactly. Horrific. Horrific. Sounds like the intro to a survival horror game. Invincible. It was Illustrious and Ocean. Were the two, HMS Ocean, HMS Illustrious were the two we were using. I don't know when Invincible was decommissioned.
Love the sea, went night swimming with manta rays a few years ago and got whip-tailed in the nuts by one.
I don't... If I'm on a beautiful beach in Spain and it's clear water or whatever, fine. I don't like the sea in this country, Baltic. Not at all. You got to dodge crack needles and broken bottles of beer and people's floating fucking turds because our water companies have just dumped all the sewage in it. No. Invincible was decommissioned in 2005. Yeah, so it wasn't... this was 2012 to 2014, roughly. I don't think I could pass it, but I think I'd give it a go. Do you know... I've often thought about whether I could or couldn't pass it. And I've often been curious about it. But, no. I don't think I would. I think I'd fucking die in a swimming pool in fucking Plymouth. I think I'd just drown in a fake helicopter in a swimming pool. That'd be me. Panic, taking a mouthful of water, done. There's not a lot of things that bother me. There's not a lot of things that scare me, but nah, I'm not interested in that, chat. Not interested. I feel old enough to need decommissioning. Fact at the moment. I think I've aged 10 years in the last month. I feel like I look haggard lately. And the big sad for me at the moment is, apart from that little robot that you saw me build on the Liam and Joe show 2 weeks ago, I've done literally zero hobby in 2 weeks. Now, I know you're all going to take the piss about the fact that I don't paint, but at least I'm normally building stuff. You only fail by panicking like a fanny, but the heli dunker I swore I'd never do again. I'd panic like a fanny though, Carl. That's my problem. But yeah, I haven't touched. And I'm genuinely feeling sad about it. I was watching people playing games and hobbying over the weekend in Hobby House. I'm looking at all the kits on the wall, and I'm like, I want to get back into hobbying. The energy and the capacity and the time is just. I don't have any of those things. Swimming over the drop-off was pretty intense. It just drops off to avoid. No. You look like a nice, healthy 50-something-year-old. Thanks, mate. Luckily, Mandy isn't here to confirm you're looking rough. She would do. It's all right. She's got a bob anyway. She's a bob fuck anyway. As certain things, surely 13-hour shifts in shop might mean some hobby. Well, maybe, but my staff are under relatively strict instruction that they're working, not hobbying. Now, if I have both of them working, and it means I can sit there and be sociable with other people and do some hobbying, it's possible, Nick. It's just not definite. I'll tell you what scares me. Going public toilet, drop a hot chocolate fudge cake and finding there's no toilet paper. You got socks on, haven't you? You got a sock on, Dave? Done. Ready to go. Oh, we got some more members and I missed them. Callum, thank you for 5 gifted memberships. What a legend. I was about to say, everyone, can we get to double figures at least, for Christ's sake? And then Callum came and dropped 5 anyway. Well, that's wrong, isn't it? That's not fucking +5. That's +5. There we go. I've been there, Dave. I've had that experience. I've had another disgusting experience. Do you want to hear it? Not nice. Do you want to hear my disgusting experience? If we get to 25 members, I'll tell you my disgusting experience. Happened to me today. Happened to me literally today. Are you on reserve for the Dad Army? In this country now, I think we're on reserve for the Dad Army until fucking 65. You're packing the football in? No, so that's the one thing. So tomorrow the football's there, obviously. If I was working at Hobby House then, I would be working till probably just after 2 o'clock. I'd stomp down to the stadium, do the game, stomp back, carry on working. Did you shoot yourself? I'm not going to tell you what the embarrassing story is until I get to... Oh my God. Well, okay, I guess I'm telling you what the embarrassing story is, because Roland Bain just gifted 50 fucking members. What a legend. Thank you so much, Roland, you fucking hero. What? Oh, no, it's not 614. That'd be a really good day. Thank you, Roland Bain, for 50 fucking gifted memberships. You wonderful, wonderful hero. I hope the story that I'm about to tell you never happens to you. So this morning, I did my morning ablutions, as you do, right? As a man, you get up and you have your coffee and maybe your breakfast, and then you go and sit on the toilet and make sure that there's space for the day's food, is the nicest way we'll put that, right? And I did such a thing, and my diet over the course of the last week or so hasn't been great because Hobby House and timings and what have you, right? So I did what any self-respecting person did. You do sensible wipes, toilet roll down the toilet, flush the toilet, right? Cool. And if you're a conscious individual, what you then do is you lift the toilet seat and you look just to make sure everything's clear for the next person, okay? Because it's just nice to do that, isn't it? Right? I lifted the toilet seat, chap, and it wasn't clear. There was marks for where the eagle had landed, all right, on the back of the toilet. So, well, it's not a problem. That's why houses have toilet brushes. So I got to the toilet brush. You know what we're doing? You know what we're doing here, chat, right? As I'm doing this, the head of said toilet brush fell off. Got a handle. So I did what any self-respecting person would do, and I tried to screw it back in whilst the brush head was still in the toilet. And what was happening as I was trying to screw it back in so that I could get it connected again to the handle, pull it out and put the toilet brush away, is I was slowly but surely just pushing the brush head round the fucking U-bend to a point where I was like, this could cause a big old fucking blockage. So I had to stop and I had to go in with the hand. I did get it out. Everything was okay. I did wash my hands about 18 times until they were basically red raw. Embarrassing story. There you go. Lavatory version of apple bobbing. I mean, I didn't use my face, Dave, but yeah. You frequently left surprises in the toilet when we were kids. We're kids then, aren't we? That's fine. Embarrassing story. Thank you, Roland Bain, for the 50 gifted memberships. I hope that never happens to you. Sure, that point is the water is clean. If you've used a bog brush, Andy, to scrub shit off the back of the toilet into the water, would you drink it? Would you drink it? I'm just saying. What the fuck if I come back to? Only went for drinking Liam's fisting the toilet. Pretty much what happened. Pretty much what happened. Yeah. I do need a new one.
Liam's Oil It Brush Fund.
Oil It Brush. Thank you so much, Dominic, for the $2. You're a hero. Love you. Dropping my glasses in the bog is a very real fear. What's the worst thing you've dropped in a toilet? £10 is £10, mate. Facts. Yeah. All right. Okay. I'll wear that one, Andy. That you've got me there, mate. You win. A few months ago, we had someone shit so hard in a private toilet without permission, they broke the bowl. How did you do that? What's it made of? I've knocked an entire roll of toilet paper into the toilet after I've had a piss. That's fucking grim, because you have to get it out. Yes, let's share disgusting stories, chat. That's a super chat topic for tonight now. I dropped an earphone once. Did you just let it go? I think I'd let that go. I dropped my last bog roll. Oh no! Oh, the problem is, James, I know exactly what you're talking about. He said in the USA, I dipped my nuts in the fucking water bowl. Fucking awful. Right, why do you guys over there have it so full? It's not required. It's not required. You don't need that. You shouldn't have to hold your junk up just to sit down and take a shit. My worst toilet-based experiences were in Afghanistan in Camp Bastion. There wasn't like a proper toilet block. We just had portaloos, like 3 portaloos at the back of the flight line for all of the flight line. You can imagine sitting in a portaloo that hasn't been emptied for a few days in fucking 45-degree heat. It's not great. It's not great. It's not. And the last thing you want is to sit on the toilet in that heat, only to feel the cold kiss of death as the blue liquid comes up and touches your underside. No. 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 It's not Poseidon's kiss, as 3 Nichols calls it. No. No intentional about it. I was very, very drunk. If it's as very, very drunk, that's a reasonable excuse to everything, right? Festival conditions. Yeah, but 45-degree heat. Because for some reason, just put the portaloos out in the open in the sun. Discord giveaway is live, is it? Thank you. If you are a Jarl tier member or above, the giveaway is currently live in Discord. You just have to go in there as a Jarl tier member and click it and you're in. Right? You're in. That's you done. You're in the giveaway. It's free to enter. You just got to be a Jarl tier or above, but the giveaway itself is free to enter. If you are a Skull tier member, or you recently got given a Skull tier membership, or someone like Roland came in and just slapped you with his giant cock recently, what you can do at that point is you can also upgrade to Jarl tier. Now, they've paid $4.99 for you to be a Skull tier, which means you've just got to pay £4 additional to upgrade to Jarl, at which point you can enter into the giveaway. And if you're entered into the giveaway, at the end of the month, so next week, it will draw one of you at random who's entered for free, and you will win essentially a £100 voucher.
I'm proud of any of my turd pedos larger than 6 inches.
This is just got what? This is taking a turn for the worse, this chat. I don't like the fact that we've started talking about toilet fucking problems and the live viewer numbers have jumped up. Thank you, Dave, for the $2. Knew a guy that dropped his sidearms in the porta john, had to get it out. Oh no. My mate once had such a huge shit he had to stand up to get off it. What? No! Not a chance! In the process of standing, all the blood went to his head. He passed out and fractured his neck! That's fucking... That can't be real! That can't be real! That can't be real. Marky's just become a Jarl tier member. He can now get in the giveaway. Thank you, mate. You're a legend. What a hero. I should update my tracker as well after rolling base 50. There's no way. There's no way I had to dismount from it. That's not a real story. He literally shot so hard he broke his neck. I mean, if you want a story to tell your mates in the pub, right, that's the way to do it. 100% facts. Fuck off, Dan. Oh, Robogen it. If you Robogen it, I'll believe you. He has a 7. Fuck off. What the fuck are these people eating? Oh, I needed these laughs. Amazing. Amazing. More funny stories like that, chat. I'm here for them. I'm here for more funny stories like that. Oh, brilliant. Amazing. Oh, you guys are all incredible. It sounds so unbelievable that it might be true, but you just need to Robogen it. Do you know, guys, do people know what that means? Where can I send pics? I don't know if I want pictures, Dan. If you're trying to prove it, then I'll just believe you. How many days of holding back accomplishes these feats? Asking for a friend. Trying to get myself in the Guinness Book of Records. Oh my god. Oh my god, Roskeby, welcome to Thane tier member. What a legend. What a hero. What a guy. That counts as a new membership apparently as well. Up to 65. We've got a new Thane. Sound the horns, Thanes? Or is it just a returning? Not returning. Turbo Robogen. Alright, I believe you, Dan. I believe you. Do you guys know what Robocop or eyebrows is? I know that the squaddies of the chat in the chat will know exactly what I'm talking about, but will the rest of you know what that is?
Same thing happened to Christopher Reeve.
Thank you, Steve, for the $5. Chat, we're on £37.50 super chats, 65 members, which means we've got 35 members to go to hit the target, and another £62.50 in super chats. Anyone? I didn't know what running this morning. Ah, boo. You got a fucking giant shout out for becoming a new Thane. Can't say I do. I know about it. So Robogen and or Robocop and eyebrows is a thing that used to be used in the military all the time. I didn't know if it was common knowledge elsewhere. It's the first time I'd ever heard of it, but I didn't know if it was common knowledge elsewhere. And if someone says something, specifically if it sounds pretty unbelievable bollocks, you would call one of those. You would call Robocop, or you would call eyebrows, or you'd call Fire Tuck. Yeah, that's another one. Dan, thank you. And they were forfeits if you were lying, right? So eyebrows is very simple. If you're lying, you shave both your eyebrows off. So you have no eyebrows, right? Robocop, if you think about the way his head is, right, you just shave across like that, right? And just remove that part of you. That's Robocop. And then Fire Tuck, well, that's obvious. Get rid of the middle bit, right? Go to Joe. That's what Jeremy, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. You're a hero. Up to 70. 30 to go, team. 1 lot of 20, 1 lot of 10, and we're good. Just throwing it out there. We could achieve target in 5 minutes. We could achieve target by halfway mark. We've achieved target by halfway mark. Ginger Steve. I like that you've come back, Ginger Steve. Ginger Steve, have you seen Tony's new board today? Shall I show you? Let me forward it on to you. Where's my phone? Ginger Steve, thank you so much for 50 gifted, you wonderful fucking human being. I hope you get to play on this board that I'm about to send you. Steve. Big Stevie Steve. I hope you get to play on this board, Steve, that I'm just sending you on WhatsApp right now. Thank you so much, Stephen. You wonderful human being for the 50 gifted membership. And thank you, Tony, for the $20 as well. Wow, who's just a goal sticker. I don't think Brian goes off for these, which is weird. And there's no way of turning him on. So... Oh my god. Perma-fry attacking. No, you only have to do it once. My Recce Mech squadron didn't have an eyebrow between us. I'm sure. Amazing. Right, I'm just catching up then because Ginger Steve spunks his own. Thank you so much, you're an absolute hero. I was busting to drop a log one night while playing a gig at a newly renovated venue. Rushed off stage at half time and emptied the chamber in the nearest toilet only to find water wasn't plumbed in. I've seen it done in showrooms, bathroom showrooms. It's easy to turn Brian on. You just have to give him a cheeky wag. You do have to give him a cheeky wag, yeah. Hades Hobbies, thank you for becoming a Jarl tier member. You're a hero. You now can get yourself in the Jarl's only giveaway. I can't. What did you do, Pete? How did you solve the problem, or did you just shut the lid and ignore it?
I hear Tony is excited for the Tiger Men from Total War coming out in the old world. He said they're great.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, Steve, I'll be honest. Although I have, I did put an order in, Steve, with James Workshop for Old World for Hobby House. And I've noticed on the order form is the new Chaos Marauders. And honestly, chat, at this point, and Dave, you'll be glad to know this, I'm in danger. I'm in real danger. Because those Chaos Marauders for Old World are calling my name. They are calling my name. Hades Hobbies, you're now a Jarl tier member. Make sure you, as long as you're in Discord and they're synced, right? And they're synced together, Discord and YouTube are synced together, you'll now get access to the Jarl's only giveaway. If it doesn't work today, it should work tomorrow. If it doesn't work tomorrow, let me know. You've got till the end of the month anyway, so it will get sorted. You can now click a link and enter the giveaway for free. What we've always said is you win a combat patrol or spearhead box of your choice. But a lot of people go, I don't really want a spearhead or a combat patrol. So what I can do is I can square you away a voucher. If you're in this country, here's a reason to become a Jarl tier member, chat, right? This month's giveaway will be the first one where if the winner is from this country, it'll be supplied by Hobby House to me.
Incoming, my sweetheart.
Thank you. Why did Soups' one not work? Thank you, Dave, you wonderful human. Thank you, Soups, for the $5 as well. There's no point me reading it out because that's the only one we really desperately need Brian to actually read. So yeah, if you win in the UK, Hobby House, I will be getting the Spearhead box, Combat Patrol box, or the voucher from Hobby House. That makes me excited, just so you know. Tiger Men of India's coming to Warhammer. I need to go see this. I think I've pissed Brian off. I can't even. So I can't show you this because when I screen share for OBS, OBS naturally removes itself, which is good. It should do that. So I can't show you. If I could show you what I've got on OBS is I've got an events list from Streamlabs. Can I show you on Streamlabs itself? Is it gonna make me log in? Oh, it is. Reject cookies. Fuck off cookies. I don't know if I want to do this actually because it might fuck the stream, so I'm not going to do it. But Streamlabs gives me a recent events list, right? So it tells me someone's subscribed, it tells me someone's super chat, it tells me someone's gifted a membership, it tells me someone's upgraded a membership. It's got an events list on it. And that events list, I've got 50 gifted from Ginger Steve. I've got Hades Hobbies becoming a Jarl tier member. I've got Ginger Steve's £5 super chat, and I've got Mr. Dave's £5 super chat, and nothing in between. So I literally can't. I'll show you. Hang on. Where's my snipping tool? Snipping tool. New. Oh, it doesn't even let me snip OBS. OBS is just invisible to everything. So I can't even screenshot it. Weird. How strange. Can I capture OBS? If I screen share, live screen share. Is there a way? Oh, get rid of the iPhone thingy. Boop. Is there a way on the settings? That's not working at all, is it? Let's go back to main camera. Let's not fuck about live on air. Let's not do that. He didn't do the right numbers and letters. Didn't do the right numbers and letters, Mr. Demogorgon. So he won't say wank. That's what we're doing now. We got 40 minutes of you guys trying to make him say wank. I think, to be honest with you, I think you can just write wank and he'll say it. I don't know why you have to do this random wah thing every fucking Friday night. I think you can just write wank and he'll say it. I don't think there's many swear words he won't say, to be fair. Four, 3, 5. 4 A's, 3 G's, 5 H's. Off to bed now. Back to work tomorrow. Night, night, everyone. Take care. Much love. Night-esque. Thanks for hanging out, dude. Love you. Thank you for the donos as well, man. What a hero. What a man. What a guy. I was about to ask if you just write the word wank. Does anyone want to find out? It's not as funny if it's the real word. But no, that's, I mean, I guess that's true. Brilliant.
Super Eddie attached a piece of string to his super chat and yanked his back out. Wank.
Wank. See? Okay. I do laugh at how people find these random little things that you can do on like a YouTube chat, like the L's, and they just spam it because it's funny. And it is funny, mostly. Fucking love you lot. You're amazing. Absolutely amazing. I'm excited about next week when we are then opening Hobby House full time. I was talking to Toby today, actually. We were stood there this afternoon, and we have got stuff still to do, so it's not like what he's about to say was actually a genuine possibility. It wasn't, but he was stood there in the shop, who were doing something, changing some of the workflow, and he said, "Well, I really wish we were open because it's just nice having people in that venue." So next Friday we do open to the general public. You can come and hang out with us officially from 4. I'll talk to Tony. He's on about opening it from 2. That's his call ultimately, and then we'll be in normal operation from there.
I did WHFRP in Fob Armadillo, Afghanistan. 'Twas grim.
I bet it was grim. I was quite blessed. I was quite lucky. I did 3 tours of Afghan. I went to Afghanistan 3 times in my career, and I was genuinely quite lucky. So the first tour I spent, so we used to do 4 to 5 months out there. 4.5 months, which is not a normal tour duration. A normal tour duration is 6 months, but because of flight safety, they won't let you do 6 months if you're an aircraft engineer. So the maximum you can do is about 4.5 to 5 months, right? Before they go, you need to go home because of fatigue. Because if you're fatigued working on aircraft, it can crash and kill people, which is understandable, I guess. I think like the RAF do 3 months as well for the same reason. It's all to do with flight safety and rest, in my view. So I only ever did 4 to 4.5 months, and the first tour I did out there, I spent half my time in Camp Bastion and half my time in Kandahar Airfield. So I started in Kandahar Airfield. I did like a month and a bit in Kandahar Airfield. I then went to Camp Bastion for 2 months and operated out of Camp Bastion. I then went back to Kandahar Airfield because we used to operate out of both locations. Kandahar used to be the slightly more depth maintenance, and then Camp Bastion was forward operations. For Apache at least, and it was fine. It was great. In fact, Bastion was pretty sparse at that point. It was a camp. There was definitely people there, but it wasn't like fully decked out. It was a cookhouse and accommodation, and that's about it, right? And then in Kandahar Airfield, Kandahar Airfield was run by like the Canadians and the Americans, so that was decked out. That had a fucking Tim Hortons in it, and it had a fucking Subway in it, and it had all sorts, right? It wasn't as decked out as it was in later years, but it was decked out. There was a shop and all sorts of stuff that you could go to. Then 2 years later, I went back out to Afghanistan to Camp Bastion for 4.5 months. Didn't go to Kandahar. Well, I did go to Kandahar. I went to Camp Bastion, and it was better. There was like a coffee shop and some more like stuff there. It wasn't as well built as it was when I went back later, 2 years later. I did go back to Kandahar because when I was out there, my nan passed away, and I came back for her funeral in the November-December of 2010, I want to say. So I went back to Kandahar. They had a fucking TGI Fridays. I sat the night I was flying back. I sat and had a TGI Fridays in Kandahar Airfield. What the fuck? Legit TGI Fridays, right? And then in my third tour in 2012, summer 2012, was just 4 or 5 months in Camp Bastion. But at that point, there was like, I think it was a Pizza Hut, and there was like another fast food joint. I can't remember who it was. Was it KFC? No, it wasn't KFC. I can't remember who it was. Subway, maybe? I'm not sure. But, you know, and it had a big old coffee shop and all kinds of stuff. And it was quite chilled, actually, for the most part. I say chilled, as chilled as it can be being in fucking Afghanistan. But, you know. So I didn't get to go. I mean, I never even went to a fucking Sangha, for Christ's sake. I didn't go to a fob. I didn't go out anywhere grim. I didn't do anything horrible. But everyone goes, "You did 3 tours." I was like, I did my job at Watersham, but in the desert. That's all I did. It wasn't that bad for me personally. You know, I didn't. Apart from the great attack on Bastion, I didn't have bullets flying over my head, and even then, we didn't really. It wasn't. You know, I was on Herrick 9, blue skies, endless beaches. Camp Bastion had an American side with a massive supermarket on it full of Gucci gear. Camp Bastion was huge at that point. I was Herrick 8 was the first time I went out there. Herrick 10 was when I returned, and it was bigger. Herrick 12? 11? Was when it was even fucking bigger again. It just grew. It just fucking grew and grew and grew. When I first went out there in Herrick 8, I think you could run the perimeter. I could run the perimeter. Even as a fat cunt, I could run the perimeter. But yeah. Sand fucking everywhere as well. And we used to have a boss that used to make us sweep the fucking hangar in the desert. Wasn't a popular boss, I'll be honest. Hoping for some hobby house events. So, baby steps. They will be coming. They will be coming. We will be doing hobby house events. I can promise you that. But baby steps, right? Was Bastion 3 and 4 by then? Yeah, I think I only knew it was 1 and 2. I'm not sure though. I think it was 3 up when I don't remember when 3 went up. But yeah, we will be doing hobby house events. Dom, don't you worry about that. We will be doing things like boot camps, things like narrative experiences, things like competitive events. We'll be doing all those things. Fear not. We have to have enough terrain to do all those things, which we don't have enough terrain to do all those things yet. We can't run a GT right now because I couldn't put 14 tables of competitive GW terrain down. I couldn't do it. We're working on it. We're printing it and painting it.
I hear the Pizza Huts are how the Allies won World War II. Without them and TGI Fridays, we'd have lost the Battle of Britain. Absolute
facts, Steve. Absolute facts. It's the Pizza Huts that we saw in the Band of Brothers series. It's the morale, isn't it? It's a morale boost. It's how they won the day. Same as needing Tim Hortons coffee and donuts in Kandahar. It's the priority. What gets me right? Here's a thing. Okay, it's like random rant that a lot of you won't have any fucking idea about, right? But here's the thing. What company like Tim Hortons or TGI's or whatever goes, you know what really needs a fucking TGI Fridays? Kandahar Airfield in Afghanistan. Like, who does that? You know what's definitely going to make us loads of fucking bunts? Fridays in Afghanistan. I take it all the sand made Apache maintenance more of a ball out. Yeah, it's abrasive, isn't it? So the biggest issue, which will be no surprise to any of you, was rotor blades. So when the disc spins and it fucking throws all the sand up in the air, as it's spinning, it then just acts like fucking sandpaper and just takes all the paint off of it. And so we had frequently aircraft coming in, and we had to dress down and respray all the blades just to give them a protective coating. So when they went out again in the sand, it rubbed all the paint off. It wasn't fucking wearing the metal down, because when they're spinning at full speed, it's fucking abrasive. If you could have opened a bar in a camp in Afghanistan, I bet you made bank. Yeah, because it's dry country, innit? Because the US looked after their troops. Well, I did much prefer going to the American cookhouses, Carl. Go to the UK cookhouse and have slop. Go to the American cookhouse and have fucking steak and lobster. I did prefer going to the American cookhouses. In their defence, it's contained audience with regular money and nothing to spend it on. Fair. Hobby House coming to a war. Yeah, a Hobby House Kandahar. There's a play, Kevin, it. Hobby House Kandahar. Let's get you out there. All this disposable income. Might as well buy war models. You know what you haven't had enough of? War. Need more war. War, war, war. Those rotation speeds would literally be sandblasting the blades. 100%. It was. So we had to keep dressing the blades down. It was a fucking shit job. Someone's got to do it, though. We went through fucking cans of spray paint. No colour forge then. Unbelievable. Unbelievable team. Nice to be careful. The Americans don't see you as an enemy. They don't. The Americans fucking love the Brits for the most part. We know we've made it when Hobby House is on super carriers. Yeah, I reckon we can do that. Hobby House on cruise ships. Take your family on cruise. Fuck your wife and kids off. Go to Hobby House. Get out. Build some models. Play some games. Look how tired I look. Oh my god. Opening up that Wraith Knight tonight. Good mate. Good man. Is Robin in chat? Is Robin Ellis in chat? Are you here? Have you decided to keep the Lancer, or do you still want to exchange it? Today, Robin Ellis, if you're still in chat, or if you're in chat in general, I learned how to issue refunds. I haven't found a way on our point of sale system to do an exchange, so you have to issue the refund, which can take 3 to 5 working days to refund your card and then buy the thing that you actually wanted. There's probably a better way of doing it. I just don't know how. Dan, welcome to Skulltier. What a legend. Fellow ex-squaddy, always fucking welcome. So yeah, Rob, I can refund you your Gladiator Lancer. It will take 3 to 5 days to issue the refund, and then you can buy your Repulsor Executioner. That's fine. We can do that. But realistically, if you've bought the wrong model, but it's for an army you collect, let's be honest, returning it for a refund is in fact coward's play, right? Utterly coward's play, and you should keep it. I'll keep it, mate. There we go. Good. And buy an Executioner. Ah, Dan's gifted 5 as well. What a legend. What a fucking hero. Thank you so much, Dan. You absolute legend. Did I hear you say Reykjavik as well? God's Core. I'll pick up the Executioner on Friday next week. I like you, Robin. I like you. You're my kind of war gamer. Just got an extra tank now. Why not? Factually, you can't have too many tanks. Paying it forward. Good man, Liam. Can't wait to pop down from Manchester and have a beer with you. You'd be more than welcome, sir. Let's get my alcohol license before you do it. Otherwise, it's just coffee. But yes. I'm going to buy all your old whilst we get it in. I'm going to screenshot that, Dave. I warn you. Robin, thank you for 5 gifted. Yeah. Go on, chat. Let's get a 200. What a fucking hero. Thank you so much, Rob. But what about second executioner? Exactly, Yeston. You can't have one. They have to be in pairs. Can never have enough heavy armor. Facts. James is right. Listen to James. He's a wise man. Dave, I've bought a lot of Old World. Like, a lot of Old World. To warn you. I've bought one of everything that exists in Old World. If it's the only reason why we don't have it is because it's out of stock with Games Workshop, right? I've bought 2 of everything AOS from Games Workshop, 2 of everything Heresy from Games Workshop, at least 3 of everything 40k, if not 4 on some product lines because they're faster movers. Today we approved an order for 2 AK interactive racks, and they are beautiful. Fucking beautiful. Really, really nice. So just the Bretts and the Chaos then. Chaos including the Marauders? Because if you buy the Marauders, you save me from buying them. Discount on second. Yeah, you get 15% off RRP, mate. I'll use my personal license to do an event in your place for a day. I'll bring a ton of beer down and throw a shindig for you guys. Don't threaten me with a good time. If we can get a temporary premises license for that, we'll do it. But we're applying for a proper one anyway, so we need to start that process next week, actually. We have had our draft FRA through, so we should be able to now go ahead with applying for it. So I do need the Marauders. Oh, you're going to save me from buying them and sitting there building square bases in my shop. Has Redacted loosened some purse strings? Nah. I'm just making decisions, Steve. Making decisions, mate. Did you see the pictures I sent you, Steve? Do you know what, chat? Fuck this. Say what I'm gonna do. Toby built a new board today, and it's one of my favourite things he's ever done. So I'm going to send it to myself, and I'm going to open it as an image on stream. Because it is... The work he's done to get this ready is, simply put, fucking insane. Like, incredible, incredible work. So I'm going to send it to myself now. Send. Actual size, 10.4 megabytes. Good.
How are you after the last few weeks, Liam?
I think you might be
saluting face emoji.
You might be one of the first people that's actually asked me how am I, Garsty. So thank you to start with. Not great, but also brilliant. Utterly fucked. Struggling, but so hyped and so proud of what we're doing. The feedback has been that if it had gone disastrously last week, I'd have been fucking devastated. But the feedback was so fucking good, honestly speaking, that I don't think I could be happier. All right, I need to make it smaller. So Toby's been working on a new table for people to play on, right? We have said this before, we'll say it again. Hobby House is about the experience rather than it being competitive. It's about enjoying narrative experiences and playing cool narrative games. Okay, so Toby has been working on something. So you guys have heard of Boarding Actions, of no doubt, because of the channel. You've also probably heard of Zone Mortalis and stuff like that. And he wanted to make one. One of the visions for Hobby House, which I told you guys about ages ago, right, was that the only place that you can go and play in epically sculpted boards is Warhammer World, and those ones are sold out months in advance, right? And so one of our visions was to be able to bring that to you people in a standard hobby shop, essentially. Right, that was what we wanted to do. And part of that is this that Toby's made, and it's just amazing. I'm going to try. This image is a weird aspect ratio, so bear with me. But this is what he's built, right? This has all been custom 3D printed in-house. He's got 6 2-foot by 2-foot tiles.
Getting any of the LGS nearby to do even 10% off is like asking if you can slap their child. It's like they don't realize it's 15 to 20% off on Amazon. So many I know would never ordered from Amazon again if they'd even just do 10%.
Yeah, mad, isn't it? So this is 6 tiles, 6 2x2 tiles to fill a 6x4 boards, custom printed and then glued together. All of the buildings that you see have got multiple layers to them, so you can lift off the roof, lift off floor 1, lift off floor 2. It is fucking incredible, and he's made all this in-house. And it's made in such a way that we can make extra tiles so we can change the layout, right? So we're going to have 2 full tables of this. We can also shorten it down to almost 40k size. We can't be shorter than 4 foot width because of the way the tiles work. But we are making some smaller tiles so we can go 4 foot width by 60 inches, right? And drop 12 inches off. We can do that. That's fine. We're going to do that. But look at fucking that for a table to play on. How fucking cool is this? And this, at the start of last week, had 0 paint on it. This is the work he's put in this week, whilst also doing his normal job at the same time. Fucking insane. Look how good that looks as a table to play on. Utterly, utterly unbelievable. And you can come and play on that. You officially, from Friday, can come and play on that at Hobby House. Freddie literally said that gateboard could be Warhammer World. He loved it. It's beautiful, isn't it? Looking nicely to get some Imperial Fists on that. Toby and Joe are already looking at Imperial Fists versus Iron Warriors on that board, I think. It's so good. It's so good. And the fact that he's building extra tiles, so you can take a tile out, drop a tile in, and it changes the dynamic of it is fucking genius. Absolutely genius. Good to hear. It's all well and good. The pre-open went well, but important to know if you yourself are holding up okay, especially the levels of stress you must have from all the angles at the moment. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Like, genuinely, Garcia, thank you. Toby's a wizard. He's fucking incredible. That's crying out for some heresy boarding actions. Yes, it is. Without doubt. That's a game changer, that. Imagine the games in that. Exactly. This is the standard we're bringing to you. So when we went live last week, we only had 4 tables of stuff that we'd printed. What we're looking for, what we're printing, and how we're trying to put it together, we're working really fucking hard for narrative and theme and all that kind of stuff. We're working really hard on that shit. We're really fucking keen to give you incredibly immersive and fun gaming experiences. I want to get to a point where people come into play and be like, I don't want fucking L shapes. I don't want to play fucking chapter approved. I want to play on that. That's what I want. That's where we're going. That's what we're working on. So good. And that board is 100% his time, his effort, his idea. That I have zero, literally zero credibility in that particular board. That was him. All him. Fair play, Tony can fucking graft. He can, yeah. But you see, I don't think all the guys understand. The gate opens up and the turrets even move. They do, yeah. They do. It's fucking mad, isn't it? He's been printing some Tyranid terrain as well, and there's like a giant spore mine looking type thing, and all. Ugh. And because we know some people will want L shapes, right? We know people are going to want to play chapter approved. People are going to want to play Games Workshop missions. I was like, cool, we can do that, but I categorically don't want to do it with MDF L shapes, right? I don't want to. So we've gone out and found STLs where we've got themed L shapes, like Tyranid themed and Nurgle themed and what have you L shapes. And he's found, so you know Games Workshop use like the bits of perspex on the table to show the terrain footprint.
If you guys want to play on an airstrip, we have all the aircraft from Forge World. Well, I do. I just need there to be an interest so I can get them painted by the person who used to do it for Forge World. Let us know.
They're all in boxes in the studio, Steve, ready to go. Steve decided he wanted to do Aeronautica at fucking 32mm scale and bought all the aircraft for Forge World. A lot of them just don't even fucking exist anymore. But yeah, so you know the bits of perspex that they put the terrain on the Games Workshop tournaments to show the terrain footprint? We're even printed textured versions of those. So if you use Games Workshop footprint with our ruin on it, it's not just some shit piece of plastic stuck on the tabletop. And then he's color matching them to the terrain boards, to the battle mats, so that they don't look like they're just out of place. Do you still have all your boarding actions trains? You'll be building a space hut. We do still have it. That's channel stuff. We're trying. So at the moment, the gaming hall is full of 40% hobby house terrain, 70% channel terrain, maybe 30% hobby house terrain. No, 5 tables out of 14. So yeah, 30% hobby house terrain, 70% channel terrain, right? What we want to do, what we're working towards is having 100% hobby house terrain downstairs and 100% channel terrain upstairs, right? So I want to separate and segregate. At the moment we can't because we don't have enough. Any chance of doing that for UKTC layouts too? We will be, yeah. We'll have it all covered. Thank you, Garci, you fucking legend, for 5 gifted memberships. What a hero. What an absolute hero. Love you, mate. But yeah, so we're gonna focus on GW terrain layouts first. Then we'll look at what's it called? UKTC. Then we'll look at WTC. It's a lot of time and effort to get it out. We will get it out though. Turns out the hardest working staff at Hobby House are the 3D printers. Yeah. Yeah. Well, and again, you know, I can't praise Toby enough, right? It sounds like I'm kissing his ass here, but he when we decided we needed terrain, we were looking at buying terrain off of eBay, and we were looking at buying terrain off of like Etsy and stuff like that. Thank you, Yeston, for the one gifted. He put a basket together of bits and bobs he would need to build 2 boards, and it came to like £2,000. We were like, fuck, this is going to be really fucking expensive. Really, really expensive. And so a bit of research.
Is there a chance for a Discord thread to be made for Tony to share links to the creators of the STL files he finds so others can purchase?
Yeah, I think we could do that, absolutely. If you speak to someone in Discord who's a moderator who's not me, I think we could do that. I'm sure he'll be okay to share some of them. We have also been buying the commercial licenses of them, so we can sell them ourselves in the future. But anyway, a couple of £1,000 on eBay, right, just to build a couple of boards. And he, at that point, we were looking, and he went and looked and found out that a big fancy FDM printer was like £1,000. And he was like, so £2,000 for all these materials, or I can just buy a couple of printers. At that point, I'm just buying filament and printing our own, and it's going to be net significantly cheaper than so. And what he did, chat, is he went and bought 3 printers with his own money. Now, don't get me wrong, Hobby House are now reimbursing them for them because it's all being used for us, and he's proven the concept to Hobby House as a company. So we are going through the process of reimbursing him and basically buying the printers off of him so that he's not out of pocket. But he was so determined to bring the prettiest tables to the gaming scene, to you people when we opened, that he put thousands, £3,500 of his own money in, you know, to getting this ready and proving that this is the way to go to make our tables the best we can possibly make them, off his own back with his own cash, just so he can make tables like that for you people. Like that's the effort he's put in. It's fucking insane. Honestly, this has been a journey that's been going on a few years, and I feel a lot who have been here a long time now generally love what you've achieved so far and look forward to what the future has. Oh, bless you. What I think, to be honest with you, Garcia, I think the biggest compliment I've had in the last week or so since we opened the doors last Friday, I think the biggest compliment I've had from people is people, especially people that know me and know me quite well, have come up to me and said, this is everything you said it would be and more. That's the phrase that I've heard a few times. Because I've got no doubt. I've no doubt at all in my mind that when I've been sat on streams talking about Hobby House and talking about premium and incredible gaming spaces and you know, narrative tables and blah blah blah,
Which printer did he go with?
They're Bamboo Labs, and I need to go onto the website to tell you what they are. Bamboo Labs. Bamboo. No, Bamboo Labs.
Remember, for me and Liam, this stream has been 4.5 years in the making. I have bought stuff to make so many boards with discontinued Forge World. We can fight a Dan Abnett novel or 9.
Bamboo, it has been that long. That's when Steve and I started. So he has got on the Bamboo Labs website. That's not the Bamboo Labs website. That's 3D Prime. I want Bamboo UK store. There we go. On the Bamboo Labs website, he's got the printer. He's got the H2S, 2 of them. And he's got the P1S, I think. I think that's what he's got. I think that's the 2 printers he's got. 2 H2S and a P1S. Yeah, I got it. Look at that. Whee! That's the printers he's got. But Steve's right with what he's saying, right? So I've been telling this dream to people for a long time, and I think people had got to a point where like it's never going to happen, or he's talking bollocks, or he's never going to achieve that, or do you know what I mean? Like it's going to say premium, it's going to be some fucking guy's basement, and it's going to be dingy and dark. And I get it, especially when we've been banging the drum for fucking so long. 4.5 years in the making is not a lie, you know. 2021, I think it was the first business plan. October or September 2021 was the first business plan we wrote. This has been a fucking monumental task. And I have, like I say, I have no doubt people have doubted what we're doing, not believed us, not thought we were capable of it, whatever. No doubt about that at all. And I don't blame any of them. So for people to stand there in the venue and say, this is everything you said it would be and more, is like, that sends me to the moon. That's fucking amazing. There's definitely no scrimping on what you've always imagined, and seeing it become reality truly is a joy to see. It definitely feels like the right horse was backed all along. Oh, bless you. Bless you. Finding out about Hobby House has triggered me to plan taking up the hobby. To only know about Games Workshop shop in town doesn't have the pull to it that this does. Oh, come and Jack, come and hang out at Hobby House. I recognise your name, I think, from the football podcast as well. I think I'm right. Come and hang out in Hobby House. I will talk to you for hours about Warhammer. There's plenty of people that can help you get into the hobby. It is a very warm and welcoming environment. Warhammer store in East Street in Southampton that's run by Rod, who's the longest serving Games Workshop store manager in the country. He's a lovely human and I adore him. They are great in there. To give them credit, they are great in there. I love the guys in there. But we can give you a fucking beautiful milkshake or a coffee. We've expanded since we opened. We've added milkshakes. We've added more smoothies. We've added a second blender. We've added more options. So you can have a beautiful milkshake. You can have a nice coffee, whatever you prefer, and then you can chill out and spend ages. And for me, boring you about Warhammer until you go, this is the army I want now. It's fucking insane. USA 2 Slovakia now. Oh, is there football going on? Oh, so when you super chatted goal, there was an actual goal. Right, okay. I was like, oh, thanks for the sticker, Tony. I'm planning to be there both Saturday 28th and Sunday the 1st for a couple of games. Oh, I did get your message, Andy, about booking a table. And I was hoping to send you a link today to book a table, but the system we're using, the pricing structure's wrong. It's to do with the way that VAT's applied, which we're hoping to fix on Monday. So hopefully Monday, Tuesday, we can actually send out a link so people can book tables, right? And pay for them. I don't want, at the moment, it charges you 24 quid because it adds VAT onto the £20 we've set, which is supposed to be inclusive of VAT. And I don't want to overcharge for tables. So once that's fixed, I'll send you the link. But what I'm also not going to, and Andy, I love you. Watch me. I love you, Andy, right? What I'm not going to do is allow the guys to start taking bookings via personal WhatsApp messages and stuff. So once the link tree's up and running and you can book a table, that's how you book a table. I believe you can always make it happen, but you've definitely gone above and beyond what was talked about. Plus, love seeing a few Saints fans now migrating across to here, slower one by one. Yeah, we'll get them all in. Hobby House looks sick. Wish there was one of those in the US near me. In the future, maybe, Deej. Ice hockey, I think, not football. Yeah, I think he said it was ice hockey. Goal's a goal, though, right? Goal's a goal. So how do we get to 137 members on a Friday night show at 7:30 in the evening? You fucking legends. And we've smashed the chat revenue target as well. We've done the super chat target. Legends. And we are 81 likes in, but with 130 people watching, which means I believe there's enough of you still in chat to smash that like button to get that over 100 as well. Then we can go over 100, over 100, over 100 on all 3 targets. What are the opening times on Saturday? Saturdays are 10 till 10. 10 a.m. till 10 p.m. What we noticed last week is that by about 7:30, 8, the venue emptied because we don't serve alcohol yet because we've got to sort our license out. And so if that's the case, we may close early. If it's empty, I'm not going to keep my staff in. If I don't have to, I'll send them home. If you're in there drinking fucking smoothies or milkshakes or playing games and chatting out, we'll keep it open, obviously. Almost like people like you. I've been doing YouTube since 2017, Carl, and I've always struggled with that. And without least shocking, get used to it, I'm afraid. I've been living in Hobby House for a while. Hey. So yeah, 10 till 10 on Saturday, Benj. Come and hang out. I'm assuming that's what you're asking, is about coming and hanging out. You should. We've also, potentially, for going live this weekend, enabled gift cards. Let's be honest, you've also outdone what effectively Games Workshop themselves put into their stores and what can be achieved with really... Well, yeah. So... I told you this on stream, I think, but Games Workshop phoned me up about it. Grin. Games Workshop phoned me up about it. About the shop. Games Workshop phoned me up about the shop and said, Jesus fucking Christ, that's incredible. From themselves. That was a fucking proud and smug as fuck moment. I should let Mrs. know about gift cards. I need to test it first, but I think we started to build it in today. So let her know that they're coming. They are coming. We will be selling gift cards, but at the moment, at least. You did tell us, but go and tell us again. I kind of just did. It was, you know, the feedback from the company, which is the primary product we sell, was what you've done is fucking incredible. We've changed the game, chat. You're going to have Rod come knocking with the boys from Germany moving on his patch. I wouldn't mind betting if Games Workshop could get rid of all of their Warhammer stores and maintain the same level of revenue, they would. These are fake nerd map cards. No, I feel more motivated to one day make the pilgrimage to Hobby House over Warhammer World, even if it's twice as far. If you've never been to Warhammer World, Garsty, I will say categorically you should still go. Even if just for the exhibition, you should still go. Warhammer World is Mecca. I wish they did factory tours. I wish you could buy a factory tour. I'd love to see what's going on behind the scenes. And I'm sure they could do a factory tour where they definitely don't take you into one that's producing something that's not been made yet. But the exhibition alone, although not cheap, is worth the pilgrimage without doubt. Without doubt. So I would genuinely advise. Told of Nerdism. Hey, stranger, congratulations. Thank you so much, man. What a hero. But I think you have to go to Warhammer World at some point in your life if you're a hobbyist. I do. I love it up there. I mean, Warhammer World is basically part of the inspiration for what we're doing. You know? Shamefully, no, I've never been, even when I used to have to go to Derby for training. It's not shamefully. I didn't go for years until 2019, maybe? No. 18. Yeah, I think maybe 2018 was the first time I went. It's impressive. It's great. You should go. The exhibition is insane. So... Right, you wonderful humans. I did tell you that we're doing early Friday shows because I want to go to bed. We're at 99 likes right now, by the way, We are 1 like away before the 100. The 100 is my like dream every stream we do. One away, Jack. One of you. There's 125 people watching, so one of you definitely hasn't liked. Otherwise, the math doesn't add up. But I did say we're going to be doing these shows earlier, so I can get some shut eye earlier, and I'm not gonna stick to that. As much as I can sit here and talk to you for another 2 hours, you know. How much is the exhibition? I've never heard of it costing money. I don't know. It's like 7 or 8 quid, I think, to walk around it. I think. Imagine not pressing like. Yeah, I jumped to 110. Amazing. So we're going to go. We are back on Monday with the hobby show, which may be here, maybe in the studio. I don't know yet. I might use it to start building my Lego AT-AT hobby, innit? So you can look forward to that on Monday. If you are a football fan, we've got the football show on Sunday evening. Tuesday, we're back with a Liam and Joe show and another live game of Warhammer 40k. I've got to do the scheduling this weekend. Wednesday will be another Warhammer show. That will probably be at Hobby House. Thursday, another Liam and Joe show and a live game in the evening. And Friday, we have the Hobby House grand opening and another After Dark. That will definitely be from the studio because I'll be on site for Hobby House. So, might be a tenner now. Okay, well, there you go. So there's all that content to look forward to in next week. We have managed to knock out a full complement of shows this week. You're amazing. Thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you for helping with the targets. I had some amazing feedback from last night's game where we did a kind of pseudo sort of chat plays thing, but we didn't go mental with it on purpose, and we kept it kind of on the down low. People didn't get silly. The feedback has been insane. We'll do more of those. We're just not going to do them every week, right?
Back when I worked for GW as my first job, you could go see the trolls in telesales. It wasn't fancy, but it was great.
Well, they used to do like games days for people that won like Golden Demons and stuff. They used to take them behind the scenes and show them stuff and show them what was coming out in the future and whatever. They don't do that anymore either. It's a shame, but hey. So yeah, what was I saying? You thrown me off there, Steve. Thank you so much for the $10. Yeah, the feedback I had from last night's game was brilliant. People said it was one of the funniest things they've seen in a long time. I was talking to Joe about it. Maybe one a quarter, maybe one every couple of months. We're not going to do it every month. We're not going to do it every week. I think it loses its kind of appeal if you do it that frequently. But we are going to be doing more of them. So thank you for the direct feedback. Thank you for the feedback in Thanes. Thank you people that messaged me. I'm glad you really enjoyed it. Thank you for getting behind them. Thank you for playing along and thank you for supporting it. The support this week has been fucking insane. Absolutely insane. So you lot have smashed it out of the park this week, and I can't thank you enough. If I can have another week like this week next week, I might actually end February calm. We'll see. But thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed the show. If you have and you haven't already, please make sure you smash that like button before you disappear. I'm going to have a slightly chilled weekend. Football tomorrow, so as chilled as my heart can be whilst I'm at the football, and Saints have got an ex-manager returning. And then I have got a fucking chaos week next week, getting ready to open for the general public grand opening. So look forward to that. Hobby House this time next week will be officially fully open and up and running, and then we've just got to get the website and the online store ready. You're insane, people. I love you. Thank you so much for watching, you wonderful human beings. If you haven't liked it yet, hit that button now. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that button now. Hopefully we'll see you on Monday for the hobby show. If not, we'll see you in the next one.